Hey, what's up, everybody? All right, here to do the 3 times a week Facebook Live at 7 on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Central. So if, just like normal, if anybody has questions live, I will answer them. If not, or if you have a question, leave it in the comment. I will answer it on the next one. But I have 5 questions that I took beforehand that I'm going to go ahead and answer here. So let's see. I've tagged you guys who asked them, except for you, Colton, who I will send this to you later because for whatever reason it wouldn't let me tag you. I don't know if we're friends on Facebook. All right, so let's see here. So Tim Dahl says, what is your best motivational talk? Let's see. I'm almost to the point of being cleared by my doc for unrestricted duty after my hip replacement in the military, obviously. I'm looking forward to being back in the gym in a responsible manner, considering I have a new hip, but it feels like I've been here before. I'm looking forward to getting back, only to fall off the wagon a few weeks in. I need to strengthen all the muscles holding my hip together. That is an imperative. I have 11 months to get back into a good, relevant job shape from my med board at the end of that time. So that's where I am at the moment. Oh, and having the hip done was the best thing ever. I had no idea the level of pain I got used to. Man, that's awful that you're having to deal with that, and I'm glad it's fixed. So, if you guys have been watching over the past few weeks, what I've been doing is timing myself to make sure I can answer the questions in under a minute so I don't ramble on. So hitting the timer now. I don't know that I have a necessarily like motivational talk. What I would tell you is the same thing I've been kind of like telling people lately who are struggling with like getting back into it or getting into it for the first time. Establish a baseline, the thing that you will do, not can do, not should do, but the thing that you will do, every day. That you just evaluate your motivation levels, evaluate your schedule, and pick the thing that you will do consistently, whether it's every day, whether it's 3 times a week, whatever it is. Focus on that, and then have a bonus thing for whenever your motivation's up, whenever you've got extra time, whatever that limiting factor is, have that extra thing. So it might be, your baseline might be, I'm going to go to the gym 3 days a week. The bonus might be doing an extra day at the gym or cardio a couple of days a week, something like that. The only other thing I would say, man, is don't have an all or nothing mindset. I think all or nothing mindsets are like the number one killers of fitness goals. Make progress little by little. That's the best thing. Let me know. I can help more specifically later. All right, let's see. Moving on to the next one. Colton, who I was not able to tag here, says, what advice would you give to an absolute beginner for nutrition? What should a healthy diet consist of? What is a good general rule of food to stay away from? What food should I gravitate towards? All right. Let's see, going for my 1 minute here. Colton, the first thing, if you've never done anything with paying attention to food before, I would say is tracking your calories. It doesn't have to be a forever thing. I would commit to doing it for like 2 weeks at least, because basically like it's similar to the same way that you do a budget for your money the first time. You know what I mean? You start realizing, I have a lot of money going to this that I don't even care that much about. This is a subscription I haven't used in forever. And you start realizing things about your food, and it starts to help you understand how you actually want to spend your calories. So I would say that's the biggest thing. The second thing, get rid of this mindset of thinking of foods in terms of good and bad and stay away from. Think of them instead in terms of frequency. You should have this often. And that would be like Whole Foods type things. You should have this sometimes. That would be things that have some health benefits like protein shakes, but not like they shouldn't be your constant. They should have this occasionally, things like candies and chips and stuff like that. Think of it like that. Have those mindset shifts, and basically just think of it like that. Honestly, sustainability is the key here. Find things that you can stick to. That's how I would answer it. Let me know, just like I said before, if you've got more specific answers. I went a little over my minute there, crap. All right, let's see, moving on here. Jamie, he says, calorie consumption. Do you have a good system or method for measuring intake? I'm also a beginner to nutrition and have no idea how many calories are in the things I eat. Okay, yeah, go. Hit start on my timer now. All right, man, just like I said before to Colton, tracking your calories is the biggest thing. I mean, the go-to I would tell you is MyFitnessPal or Fat Secret. Those are 2 really good apps for tracking calories. I only throw those 2 out because I've used them personally and like them, and I know they have large databases and the ability to like save meals and things like that. That's what I would suggest doing. But honestly, man, tracking your calories and just paying attention to everything in the calories. So there are a lot of things that can sneak in there. There are things that like I call hidden calories, things like, the oils and the butters that people cook with, like sometimes like drinks, things that you have little bits of throughout the day. If you're like a chronic gum chewer and you chew 6 sticks of gum a day, that's something you should account for because that's going to come out to like 100 calories. Things like heaping scoops versus like level scoops, like making sure you track your calories and track them accurately. That's the number one thing I'd say to start off with. All right, let's see. Joshua says, your thoughts on elliptical training. All right, starting the timer. And now, for anybody unfamiliar, an elliptical is just a cardio machine that's like basically your feet are on it and it's just kind of back and forth like this. Honestly, it's cardio, man. That's my opinion on it. I like it more than I like a treadmill or running because it's low impact. It doesn't have that repeated impact on the joints like running does. So, I prefer it to running. I would advise you if your goals are to lose weight or to lose body fat or to improve your cardiovascular state, I would say that the thing you want to do is high intensity interval training. Do something like a minute, like kind of at a moderate pace, and then a 30 seconds at an aggressive pace, and then over time work towards switching that and just kind of keep doing it that way. That's how I'd encourage you to do it. But as far as my thoughts on it, I think if you're going to do cardio, it's a good choice. All right, let's see. Hey, 57 seconds. All right. Moving on here, Zach says, is there a ratio of what you squat, press, and deadlift should be? Should your overhead press and your bench press be the same? Okay, that's a good question. Let me start here. All right, 1 minute. Oh, messed up. All right, ready, and go. Okay, so I would not think of this in terms of a ratio. Different people are going to have different kind of like best lifts and worst lifts, you know what I mean? Like a lot of things go into that. Your anthropometry is the big word. Like the length of your limbs, some people are, if you're you're going to have better lifts and worse lifts based on how long your limbs are, based on how how your muscles insert. People have different genetics and things like that, and so you can't really. There's no clean ratios. I would say just from coaching people, the most common is like it's in order. You're going to be able to deadlift the most with deadlift, then squat, then bench, then overhead press, and mostly that's just because of the amount and the size of the muscle groups that are involved in each of those lifts. So my advice is not to pay attention to ratios, just keep progressing on each of them until you can't anymore and land where you land. All right, let's see here. Okay, that's all the questions I had ahead of time. I think, let me make sure I'm not missing any here. What's up, everybody? I see 5 people are on here, but for whatever reason, it's not showing me who they all are. So thank you guys for jumping on. If anybody, I'll hang out a second, and if anybody has a comment or question, go ahead and drop it in there now while I make sure I didn't miss anything. Nope, I think I'm good. Got them all here. All right, awesome. As usual, if you have a question regarding fitness or time management, I've seen a few of the time managements come in recently. I know that's kind of a new thing, so feel free to ask them, and I will answer on Wednesdays live at 7. Everybody have an awesome night.